Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Well, Sheng Thao did exactly what she said she was going to do. She boycotted the police commission interview with the four candidates for Oakland police chief. And so that sends a very clear message what her intent is this week with the list of four that will be submitted to her, or the list of three, I should say, that will be submitted to her from the police commission. And I fully expect Sheng Thao to turn down the list once again. Yes, she will turn down the list once again. And the reason why I say that is because she has racist tendencies. And if she were interested in any of the candidates, she would have shown up, I'm sure, to do an interview with the candidate that she might have thought would best fulfill that position. And obviously, there isn't any candidate that can fulfill the position better than LaRon Armstrong, who literally was born, bred, raised, and worked here in the city of Oakland as a police officer, going up the ranks and to finally attain the rank of chief of police, only to be fired by stupid Sheng Thao shortly thereafter because the federal mediator, Warsaw, gave her bad advice. And her intent was probably, well, I intend to side with the federal mediator because he's the one that has all the say. Well, that's not true. And we have had nothing but really stupid mayors, namely Libby Schaaf and Sheng Thao. And Sheng Thao cannot be saying that she inherited the problem. She was also part of the problem where Oakland is right now, and where Oakland is right now. There's 780 unfilled open positions for city workers, some of which, the most important, a grant writer. That's why the city of Oakland missed out on the opportunity to receive 15, 16, maybe even $20 million in state of California grant money to help with the crimes that have been going on, because they didn't have a grant writer. They relied on the stupid advisors that they had on staff. Well, and I call them that because they are exactly that. They missed the deadline completely. And and who's going to be held accountable? Nobody, because Sheng Thao, she's not an executive decision maker. She doesn't have the experience. She has no background at making critical decisions. She's a follower trying to be a leader, and she's failed at it, and failed miserably. We have rampant crime because she was one of the city council people who were screaming, defund the police, which is the dinner bell for the criminals. And what did we get? We got the criminals. Libby Schaaf, she delisted the job of grant writer 4 years ago. How I know that? Because I knew the last grant writer for the city of Oakland, and they left because of frustration. They've been talking to their bosses, namely Libby, at how they need more help in order to get grant money. You know, they were overwhelmed with work, and so that didn't happen. She left, and I tell you, it's just a mess. And I say, and I support the recall effort on Sheng Thao. She's fully responsible behind the scenes under the Libby administration for the ransomware, which is also part of another reason why there are going to be a lot of lawsuits against City of Oakland administration, because of the lack of care and due diligence at protecting their private information on the city computer system going back 20 years. And just a few weeks ago, I heard a story about a former city employee who ended up being foreclosed on his home. And long story short, his credit was ruined because of the ransomware. His information was sold on the black web. People gained access to his mortgage and took out additional loans, and then those loans came due, and they're long since gone with the money, and the homeowner is left hanging and lost his home, literally lost his home because of the city of Oakland. And believe me, there's going to be a lot of fallout from that. And the decisions that Sheng Thao is making, and she has lots of racist tendencies. Like I said, if there was a black candidate that she would have been slightly interested in, I'm sure she would have shown up to the police commission interview last week and interviewed that person strongly. But obviously that didn't happen. She boycotted the entire meeting. So that says, right now, sends up a red flag. She will turn down all 4 candidates, or 3 candidates in this case, which are the final 3, which are supposed to be submitted, 4, which are the final. So the list will be whittled down to the final 3, which will be submitted, and lo and behold, Sheng Thao knows that, number 1, City of Oakland will not accept another white cop. So that's a problem. 2, she has a problem with black people, period. And I say that because I look at her staff. I look at how she treated LaRon Armstrong. And in the first 2 lists, there were predominantly black candidates. There were no Asian candidates, which is what she is looking for. I am certain of it. I'm 100% certain she is looking for an Asian candidate to lead the Oakland Police Department, because we've seen a big influx of Asian police chiefs just recently. And so I'm sure that's the trend that Mayor Sheng Thao is trying to also uphold here, but she's not going to get that. That's the sad part. And the reason why she's not going to get that is because of the revolving door here on the police chiefs. Being chief of police has been a joke, and nationally, it's all over the news. There's been police chiefs who lasted days before quitting, or were terminated for something else. So it is not a prestigious position here in Oakland. It is a scapegoat position in Oakland, and no good candidate in their right mind would come to Oakland to be the chief of police. And so, Mayor Sheng Thao, you need to just bite the bullet and accept that LaRon Armstrong's the best candidate that you're ever going to see, and especially with your administration, which has been horrible. And one person was one of your supporters got in my face and said that Sheng Thao's done so much for the city. Number 1, I said, name one thing that Mayor Sheng Thao has done to improve quality of life, reduce crime, reduce housing prices, make affordable housing, living wages. Forget about the Oakland A's. You know, she spent a lot of time wasted entertaining John Fisher, spending a lot of city money on John Fisher. That's a dead issue, and she shouldn't have been wasting city time and money and resources on an issue that was already dead and gone. Now, yes, they're back to the table right now, but that's only temporary. And essentially, what I would do, I would say no extensions. Because we know the Coliseum is going to be a war zone, and John Fisher holds the key. 50% ownership to the Oakland Coliseum, because he bought out the 50% from Alameda County, which Alameda County should not have sold to begin with. And so that's why I'm voting against Nate Miley. Keith Carson is already stepping down, so don't have to worry about him. But as they come up for re-election, we remove them for selling the Oakland Coliseum share. That was a huge mistake, and without public opinion. That was the main thing about the whole thing. There was no public opinion about the sale. It was a closed door sale, and quite frankly, illegal. So, but we can't go back and fix that. But we can get rid of Sheng Thao, support the recall effort for Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao, sign the petition. We only need 25,000 signatures. We already have acquired that, but we need more. We want to make sure we have plenty to make the verification process to at least make the 25,000 verified Oakland residents and signatures. I've already submitted made mine and made my commitment to the recall effort. And should the recall effort make the ballot, also that opens the door for immediate runoff. I will be on that immediate runoff for City of Oakland mayor. And a lot of people have been saying, well, you only have 2 years left if you get elected. That's all I need, because that'll be my report card. And that will be my challenge, to put in place everything that you've seen and heard come out of my mouth since 2017. I'm going to be putting in place, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to turn Oakland around and make the Oakland a destination location, and a desirable destination location for the future of Oakland. Thanks for joining me. We'll be right back.